Welcome to BodyBags. I'm your Thursday reviewer, Chris, from Chris B Movies. And you know my name is Chris, and you know I love B movies. But right here at BodyBags this week is all about independent cinema. So my boys all picked their favorite independent film. They're going to be reviewing it here on BodyBags. You've seen some awesome ones already, and hope you enjoyed mine as well. Because I picked a film that has a $6,000 budget. It is done by the great Don Dolar. It's a film from 1980. It only took 3 months to film, baby. And the film is titled Fiend. Now, most of you watching are pretty familiar with this film. But if you're not, or if you are, I'm going to give you a synopsis anyway. I got a plane right here in the back. Oh, yeah. So basically, this entity, phantom if you will, is flying through the sky. Glowing red, looks like a glowing red animatronic lobster. Flapping around, and then it goes into a gravesite area and inhabits one of the bodies of the dead. A former English music professor. So when he arises from the grave, in this awesome monstrosity form of zombie, he must now find a way to live a long, prosperous life, and it's by choking people out. Mostly women, which is not described why he picks mostly women to choke out. So when he chokes people out, he turns red. This is very comically done, by the way. The special effects are very comically done in this film. But if you've seen Fiend, you know what I'm talking about. And so he chokes people out, and he basically gains their life force. Any guy who intervenes with him choking out women, he basically chokes them out and gains their life force as well. So I don't think it really matters how much life force you can absorb from men or women, basically. So basically, he moves into the suburbs of Maryland, and he opens up his own music store. Has a little manager guy running it. He's kind of goofy. All the while, trying to live a long, prosperous life by choking people out, chasing women down and choking them out, killing them and gaining their life force. And that's basically how he lives. Now, if he were to not do that, if he were to say, I'm sick of killing people, I'm not going to choke them out anymore, he basically becomes old and raggedy and near death. So the only way for him to survive is to choke people out and gain their life force. That's basically it. So now he moves next door to these nosy neighbors, and the guy who lives there, which is Gary Kender, he's very suspicious of him. And once a little girl in the area gets killed, he's trying to find out what's going on. Now we know it's the Fiend who killed the little girl, but it's made him more suspicious. He's going to find out who killed that little girl. But will he find out? Will he alert the authorities as to who is really doing the killings? The Fiend, played by Don Liefert. Or will he get away with doing what he's doing for eternity and live forever by choking people out? Or will he choke out Mr. Kender and Mrs. Kender so that nobody is suspicious of him? We'll find out by watching Fiend. I don't want to give too much away from the film, but the scenes where he's choking people out and turning bright red, I laughed almost every time. Very comical. And Don Liefert, like I say, is the best actor in this whole film. Everybody else is laughably pretty bad. Well, other than Don Dolar's son, who plays Scotty in the film, he's actually pretty good as an innocent little kid who basically had the guts to chase down the Fiend to find out what he was doing. But anyway, like I said, Don Dolar's house was used in the film. That's where Mr. Longfellow lives. I like where downstairs is all cold, so he has to have his house at a very cold temperature. It makes sense that, he inhabits the body of a dead person and he needs a very cold temperatured house. So that take was pretty good on the film. But all in all, this film is low budget awesomeness done by the great Don Dolar. And if you've seen any of Don Dolar's other films as well, I think you would say that this is the Citizen Kane of all of his films. The special effects were amazing. Like I say, the glowing scene in the beginning of the film where the glowing red lobster type looking entity comes up. Now, it's never explained where this entity came from or how many million years it takes for them to come down and inhabit a body. So I don't have any answers for you there. But the ending was friggin' priceless. I literally dropped to the floor laughing when the ending came in. I don't want to say exactly what happened at the end of the film. For those of you watching, you know. But it was pretty... For all that the Fiend did in the film, it kind of ended the way it did, and it's kind of like, that's all it took? I mean, come on. I think you know where I'm getting at here. But like I say, I don't want to give too much away. But anyway, if you want a true, great, low-budget, independent horror film, you cannot go wrong with Fiend. And this is from Massacre Video, which this is the best this film has ever looked. I've seen it in other forums, like DVD, and I never watched the whole film until now. But this is the best, probably, this film will ever look. The best print ever. Massacre Video did an awesome job. Put on some really freaking fun trailers. Check out the trailers on here. If I can see what the trailers are. One of them was a Japanese film called The Devil, which I hope Massacre Video starts selling soon, and hopefully they're done with this and they can distribute it really soon, because this movie looks off the top insane. The Devils, it's like it's a Japanese horror film, and the trailer looks absolutely amazing. And there's other trailer that has to do with Janet Jackson and stuff. Kind of a weird, trippy, shot on video take on Janet Jackson. The guy plays Janet Jackson. Very, very odd trailers. But fun trailers as well. And it actually has some of Don Dola's shorter films. So, I'm telling you, this is stacked with a lot of great stuff. Mr. Clay, and these are 8mm shorts of Don Dolar. Mr. Clay, Pursued, Horrors from the ID, To Die or Not to Die. So these are shorts from Don Dolar as well. So if you've never seen any Don Dolar shorts, I would say pick this up. This is a really, really, really good set. And again, this is the best this print is probably ever going to look. So anyway, that's my review of Fiend. I highly recommend it, man. I really enjoyed this film, even though Don Leifert is the best actor in this film, and the acting isn't so great. And it cuts to scenes of people talking, and then Don Dolar going after somebody, and then people talking again, and I mean, Don Leifert, the Fiend, going after people. So it basically cuts from scene to scene like that, but it's still a fun film, and a really fun low-budget film. And if you love low-budget movies and never seen Fiend, please check it out, because I think you will really enjoy this film. I found myself laughing out loud many times. That's the Fiend right behind me. Don Leifert right there. So anyways, check it out. Buy it from Massacre Home Video. Support Massacre Video. These guys rock. And support the other great BodyBags reviewers, baby. So again, this is Crispy Movies. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to BodyBags and Crispy Movies. You can't go wrong with either or. Oh yeah. And check out those late night horror movies. Read up on your latest Fright Mags. Don't forget to tune in to another episode of BodyBags. Oh yeah, have fun watching other reviews. Independent cinema, baby. That's where it's at. Support your independent cinema guys. Oh yeah. Later, dudes.